Coming up on this episode of Outlook TV, Montreal Pride's Cabaret Fierte.
Two-spirited youth check-in in Victoria.
Vancouver Out on Screen's 17th Fall Gala. And much, much more. Hello and welcome to Outlook TV. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And I'm Robert Mackay, and I hope your mind is ready to be blown because you're watching the Queer Magazine news show that brings you the stories that matter the most from coast to coast.
All the coasts.
So many of them.
We're going to kick it off in Montreal with Cabaret Fierte.
Ooh, Pussycat Drag was in attendance, I hear, for this Fierte event.
Meow.
Ooh.
Hi guys, it's Ollie. We're in Montreal, and tonight is the second edition of Cabaret Fierte, hosted by Sandy Duperval, on the location where Montreal Pride used to happen in the past. Let's check it out.
I met a few of my friends' friends. They assumed he and I were dating. We laughed and told them, no, we both have boyfriends.
You just hosted Stonewall 50. Can you tell us about this event?
Well, it was basically a open mic where people could just come and talk about basically anything they felt needed to be heard.
Everyone here, they may be lesbian or gay or whatever. The basic thing that we share is that we are human. We are a human being, and we are one. It's gonna be 20 years next year that I'm lucky to sing, to be a singer here. And I've been to France, Europe, even Afghanistan, Kabul, to sing for the Canadian troops.
About to perform Pussycat Dolls.
So can you tell us about the Pussycat Drags?
Yes, the Pussycat Drag are 6 drag queen. We did a competition, 5 weeks competition, a couple months ago, and then now we are trained by GF James and Angel Electrica to do a full show of Pussycat Drag.
It's workout for the body, for the muscles, for the legs. Squatting is not sitting down, I'm telling you this. Seriously, I've never bent too much, flipped the hair, and it's all, we get used to it, but it's such a great experience, especially with this, these 5 other girls that are fabulous.
Come on, come on, come on.
The newly Pussycat Drags and the dance company Cabaret. So it was a variety of things, and I have to thank Jean-François Guévremont for the amazing work that he's done picking the artists.
So we had the 5 weeks competition at Cabaret Mado this winter, and we did a lot of challenges. We had a sexy challenge, we had a comedy challenge, we had a movie night challenge, a bunch of stuff that made us compete, and they chose 6 people to be part of the Pussycat Dolls, and I'm Nicole.
From Parc Émilie Gamelin in Montreal, this is Ollie for Outlook TV.
Let's head over to Victoria and check in with some of the two-spirited youth there.
The 2S is an important part of our acronym in the queer community, so let's see what the youth had to say on this exceptional topic.
Hello, I'm here in beautiful Lekwungen territory, Victoria, at the Victoria Native Friendship Centre. And today they are hosting their Two-Spirit Youth Gathering. It is 2 days of youth and mentors coming together for workshops, sharing food, and other exciting activities. Let's find out more.
We try and create an open space here for our community members to come and be themselves, something that the Friendship Center does every day of the year. So this is just really 2 days that invite a particular part of our community to come and really represent, you know, what they believe in and who they are, and feel comfortable with their own personal identities, and also learn and teach each other.
What takes place in the hoop dancing workshop?
They usually start off with about 3 hoops. It's called getting to know your hoop. I always say that your hoops are like your best friend. So when you're getting to know them, they can also be your worst enemy at times, because through that dance, you're also learning lessons as well. So when you're starting to doubt yourself, your hoops will kind of give you a little nip here and there, and just to remind you that you can do this, and this is your dance and it was made for you.
This is the only event I've ever heard of as a Two-Spirit youth that is aimed at our teachings and our culture, and so it's very difficult and a bit isolating to find those resources, and we don't have a lot of community leaders. So the VNFC hosting an event like this sometimes is the first and only point of reference in order to make those connections and find the resources in the community, so I feel like it's almost life or death important.
What have been the topics that you've enjoyed?
There was one where we talked about what we're grateful for, remembering like growing up, what was like a person, thing, or a place that was there for you, that kept you grounded throughout the hard times. And I thought that was really important just because lately I've been really stressed out and I've been focusing more on the negatives, and so it helped me ground myself and remember to be thankful for the little things every day.
You said earlier that you identify as Two-Spirit. What does that mean to you?
For me, it is a really big part of my identity. It was hard to find, but I like to dress in an extraterrestrial fashion that fits my non-binary kind of category. Not everyone does that, but to me it's very special. It makes me feel safe and proud of who I am, and better in my body.
What would you say to other kids who might be interested in coming to a gathering like this?
I'd say just give it a shot. It's kind of overwhelming for some people, you know, there are reasons that some people won't come, but like even just watching from the background and just slowly getting used to it just gets really, really fun.
This has been an amazing event. If you want to learn more about the Two-Spirit Youth Conference at the Victoria Native Friendship Centre, check out their Facebook page. This has been Kelly Legg with OutlookTV.
It's time to take a little break now.
Because I need to write a complaint letter because I specifically asked for green M&Ms on the table for my food.
Dude, we have green screen. You can't have green stuff.
What? They just disappear?
Yeah.
Like my life.
This is Alma Bitches, and you're watching Outlook TV.
Hi, this is Tracy Bell. You're watching Outlook TV.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
There was a public disco block party, I heard, Rebecca.
Was there panic at the disco?
Oh, not panic. No, everyone was lit up. More lit up than I am when the Navy docks at the harbor.
Ooh, that's lit.
Hey guys, this is Ollie, and November is kicking in full force in Vancouver with the Lumiere Festival. And I'm so excited that tonight I'm getting to spend my evening at the Lumiere block party here on Davie Street.
Tonight's our first night. It's the Lumiere block party as part of the Lumiere Festival, which is light art installations around the city. And then we're throwing the party for it. So licensed all ages, drag, music, street dance, all sorts of stuff. Providing some fun experiences for the city that showcases queer artists of all sorts in a public space. We're trying to create an experience that involves a lot of different scenes. So we're mixing street dance with DJ culture, with drag culture, and with the light art installations, which is a whole nother culture of technology artists in Vancouver. H4 and Tangible are two of the bigger entities in Vancouver that do light art installations, and they're showcasing right here. So just that mixture of all those different communities coming together in one event, I think is really important, so we can, create more mixed spaces events with different types of people coming together, all ages. Yeah, it's really important.
So we've got music, we've got drag artists, we've got dancers, we've got visuals. You can come see the music. And it's going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday right here on Davie Butte here in Vancouver. I do most of my shows after midnight in a dark club that maybe not everybody feels welcome to go to. Just so you know, walking in the door of a club won't make you gay or queer. You just come and enjoy a drag show. But I'm happy to be here. It's like 8 o'clock, we're right on the street. Any people are walking by, they're getting a good look.
Everyone is welcome. It's all ages, all backgrounds. Usually earlier in the night, it's more kids. We've got some kids in there. Earlier, we had some on stage. But yeah, we really just want to try and create a space for everybody. And not everyone's going to love dance music, but for those that do, this is for you.
Lumiere Lumiere and public disco, and I'm so happy that it's grown because I've been coming the last couple of years, and Lumiere is amazing. Dancing outside in the cold. No, I love all of it. The installations and just the spirit of it. It's really magical. I love Jim Diva Plaza, and I love English Bay, this whole area, and yeah, we need to celebrate, and it's just great to bring people out and sort of, you know, early, and bring everyone. There are people of all ages in there, so it's great. Yeah, get here early, because I like to dance. Get here early, stay till 10, dance all over. Is that, yeah, pretty well enjoy, dress up if you please. Wonderful.
From the heart of the Davie Village in Vancouver, this is Ollie for OutlookTV.
Oh, goody, Angus is going to the Union Wedding Show.
Oh, you mean people who can get married?
Yep, those people, yep, who have people that they want to marry.
Sure, go ahead. Go find your love and your partnership and your union. We'll just sit here being old crones.
Bitter, that's us.
We're at Heritage Hall in Vancouver's Mount Pleasant neighborhood for the 4th annual LGBTQ+ Union Wedding Show. Let's go inside and see what it's all about.
We have a lot of returning vendors. We have a few vendors, but what's really exciting is most of our vendors are LGBTQ+, so that's awesome.
When people are looking for their wedding, they obviously would like to feel or like to reach out to vendors that are comfortable with who they are as people, and that's why we started the show in the first place, was to showcase vendors that LGBT people know are LGBT friendly, are allies, or part of the community themselves, and we just wanted to create a safe space where people can come and wedding plan without any sort of judgment or anything like that.
A Loving Spoonful has a side fundraising project called Spoonful's Candy Creations, and we provide candy buffets for corporate events and weddings, and all of the proceeds from the buffets go back into A Loving Spoonful's meal programs.
I make handmade rings, wedding rings, engagement rings, and I make them all with recycled gold and Canadian diamonds or lab-grown moissanite.
My sister came here about 3 or 4 years ago when she was getting ready for her wedding, and she had such a great experience and was like, maybe one day you'll be here with cakes, and I am.
I think it's really important to provide a safe space because there's still a lot of queer couples who are not safe in their families and in their communities. So knowing that they have a photographer who is also gay, who understands and who's not going to flinch if they kiss or do anything like that, I feel is really, really important.
We're actually a little bit unique in our catering. We go for a full experience by utilizing our food trucks. So we bring a food truck to your wedding and your guests can come order fresh made-to-order tacos right from the truck window. So it's a really fun time.
We're a unique property in Richmond. We are a resort-style property by the airport with a combined square footage of 28,000 square feet of banquet space.
Being sensitive to what is happening at an LGBTQ+ wedding is super important. Like, I believe it's still a political thing as much as it is an emotional thing, and a lot of people don't quite understand the political significance of an LGBTQ+ wedding.
For so many countries and for so many years, people have not been able to celebrate who they are and never mind even celebrating their love. So to be able to do weddings with couples from our very own community, LGBT, two-spirit, queer, and everything in between is such an overjoy to me. We're so lucky to be in Canada where we can marry whoever we love.
For Outlook TV, this is Angus Pratt at the Union Wedding Show at the Heritage Hall in Vancouver.
Well, let's head over to Vancouver's Junction, where UBC held their Locution event.
Locution.
Locution.
Gotta make sure you say that right when you say locution.
Locution.
Jillian Christmas was in attendance.
I like your elocution.
Thank you.
Roses are red, violets are blue. We're at a queer locution. Come join us. Clearly I'm not a poet. Let's go hear what real queer poetry sounds like.
The wet in her eyes, head pressed back, her sinner mouth too full of heaven.
Queer Locution is a version of an event that we have at UBC. So every month, the students of the Creative Writing Department come together to read to each other from their work in a series called Locution. However, this is the first time that we decided to prioritize the voices of queer and trans writers within the program so they can read their stories with focus on queer writing narratives. With focus on So this is the first time that we have decided to prioritize queer and trans writers in the program so they can come together and read queer and trans focused narratives from their poetry, from their fiction, to other students, as well as to the gay community here in the village.
Sometimes rains cause flights to delay. Sometimes planes taxi and never take off.
My poetry is almost always about queer love or queer sadness. Today we've got a nice mix, somewhere in the middle. Just about queer experiences and my kind of negotiation of them in this present weird moment. Yeah.
It's the same dream I've been having for years. Same big house, same secret passageways that only I know. Same slow snaking movement through these familiar walls to the back door. Same door swinging open to expose a wide green field. The sound of small animals, brightness of brisk air.
My work it comes from my own experience, and so it speaks to my experience as a Black queer human who lives with mental illness and navigates the world as such. I'm lucky to be surrounded by a wonderful community of writers and organizers, and I've been working a lot for the last decade plus in spoken word performance poetry. So yeah, self-taught, and I also engage in other forms of education that are not necessarily the institutions.
Full corset dress shawl and bonnet.
It's really important to have our own spaces. It's really important for us to feel that we're safe enough to stand on a stage and be our queer true selves with all of our colors, and be as comfortable sharing those stories and feel that those stories can be prioritized, can be seen as important as the mainstream stories.
I feel smarter already. This is Sister Fancy Pants, Ms. Gay Vancouver 40 for OutlookTV.
It's time for us to take another little break.
And not by choice, but because I mistook my vitamin C pills for my sleeping pills.
Rookie mistake.
Hi, I'm Joni at Queen's Care, and you're watching OutlookTV.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
Out on Screen had their 17th gala.
Oh, a gala! I love a gala.
They had hoop dancing and belly dancing. They moved more in a single night than I have in this past year.
Let's check it out.
Let's.
Oh my goodness, I don't know where we're going this evening. All I've been told by Ollie is that I need to dress up and be the most glamorous 70s disco glam that I can possibly be. But I don't know. I still don't know where we're going. Where are we going, Ollie?
Well, Mina, you're definitely all glammed up for the Out on Screen's Fall Gala. And we're raising money for Out in Schools. Apparently there's a cocktail party and some art auctions. How about we go in and check it out?
Well, tonight we are having our fabulous Fall Gala, and what it is it's a fabulous cocktail party and art auction in order to support our programs, the Vancouver Queer Film Festival and Out in Schools.
Oh, our theme is Studio 54, so that's why the outfit and the sunglasses. And, it's really fun to sort of transport yourself back to a time and a place where there was so much queer art and experimentation at a place like Studio 54. It wasn't just partying, so many artists were present there and got to meet each other and come up with ideas for projects.
Out in Schools is a program that travels across the province. We bring queer, trans, and two-spirit film and education into classrooms and work with students and educators to build bridges of inclusivity, to help folks learn about things that might be outside of their experience, and to overall uplift the experiences of queer, trans, and two-spirit people. So we'll start by bringing up a slide and we'll talk about the importance and the impact of stories, because when you think about stories represented in the media, so oftentimes queer and trans and two-spirit people are just not represented, and when they are, it's not often in a positive light. So Out in Schools really strives to bring positive stories so that people can see themselves represented in ways of possibility instead of just hurt. And I think there's a transformative power in that. So all of our facilitators are queer, trans, or two-spirit themselves, and it allows them the opportunity to not just speak about their experiences, but to hold space for the experiences that are shared in our films.
Some of the challenges with queer education in our system today is that many teachers actually want to include lots of queer content in their curriculums, but they are afraid that they might get it wrong. They feel like they don't have enough training. And so by having Out in Schools be able to go in, what we're doing is we're not just giving young people, we're also giving teachers the tools to not just have it that one day of the year that we're there, but to be able to extend it beyond there and make life better for everyone.
Tonight's gala is going directly back into the school district. So we've got 3 districts left. One is on the Central Coast and the other 2 are both up north that we have not reached. So for context, we have reached 57 out of the 60 school districts in BC. So these last 3 school districts are really where this money is going to tonight.
Well, Mina, that was so much fun.
It was the most amazing time with the most beautiful art and the most amazing people. Anyways, honey, I gotta go because the dance floors are calling and I gotta get my hustle on.
Well, you do you, boo. For OutlookTV, this is Ollie in Vancouver.
Let's check out Vancouver's Queens Care 12.
You know, queens are known for being sassy, but they do care at least 12 times. Beyond that, we're not sure. We'll find out.
We're at Celebrities Nightclub in Vancouver's Davie Village for Queens Care 12. Tonight, some of the top entertainers in town are here to perform to raise money for charity. Let's go inside and find out what it's all about.
So this is the 12th year for Queens Care, an event that's been raising money for deserving LGBT charities, and I'm so happy that I get to be a part of it every year. So 100% of the proceeds for Queens Care always goes through the DMS, so the Dogwood Monarchist Society. It's a 100% volunteer-run organization of drag queens and their friends. This year, all the money from the DMS is going to be raised for a few charities: the Sage Community Food Bank, ZZ Theatre, Positive Living Society of British Columbia, as well as Rainbow Refugee. There's going to be over 17 performers in the show tonight from all across Vancouver. We have Justine Time from Calgary as well. Queens that have a big different genre, so you're going to see a really, really nice mix of performances tonight.
The incredible honor and privilege of hosting with Joni, the founder of this event, and I feel blessed to do it. I knew Diana Rose and DJ Jules very, very well, and it's in tribute to both those people, and we love doing it. Raise some money for charity and have a great time.
Well, I'm here to really be part of a unit of family. This is an annual event that really celebrates 2 very important people in our lives, in our history, and I really love the fact that we all come together to raise funds and awareness for some very good charities as well. I'm doing a number called Public Relations, so I think this is really fitting, considering that we're all coming together as a community and representing with such love and pride.
And, you know, I'm just hanging out. I think it's going to be fun. It's so nice to be asked back again. Last year I had surgery and couldn't do it. So this year to be back on the stage, I think it's 10 out of 12. Again, one of the most stellar events ever in Vancouver. This is like the Academy Awards for big old drag queens, honey.
Well, I've got a really fun dance remix of Whitney Houston's and Someone to Dance With Somebody. It's always a crowd pleaser, one of my favorites.
Are you going to be performing for us tonight?
Yes, I am. I'm performing Jennifer Hudson doing Aretha Franklin.
For Outlook TV, this is Angus Pratt at Celebrities Nightclub for Queen's Care 12 in Vancouver.
Unfortunately, we have run out of time for this episode of Outlook TV, but we will be back very soon.
Because we're going to grab more time. And in the meantime, you know what you can do? Go to the place where time doesn't matter. It's called the internet. It's full of things where you can connect with us, like Facebook and .coms and domain names and what other internet things are there?
Well, the ones that we have are like Facebook and
Oh, excellent. Or shoot us an
Instagram,
email.
you know, those things. Yeah. We're not
Volunteer with
the
us.
.com-y.
No, I don't even know what that is. Yeah. I have dial-up still.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And I'm Robert Mackay.
Stay fabulous, Canada.